In 2020, Klaus was a contestant on the German version of the quiz show The Chase. He didn't even try to answer a €500 question, even though he absolutely knew the answer was Cologne. Why did he do this, and why didn't he lose out in the end? In 2020, Klaus was a contestant on the German version of the quiz show The Chase. He didn't even try to answer a €500 question, even though he absolutely knew the answer was Cologne. Why did he do this, and why didn't he lose out in the end?
God, there's so much to unpack in this one.
There really is.
There's a lot.
So, specifically as a contestant, assuming that the German The Chase works like The Chase that I'm used to. So this is someone who's trying to win money, not the person who's like supposed to be clever and know all the answers, but like a regular person.
Yeah, because on a €500 question, that's when they're making money to put in the bank at the start.
Yeah.
So it's just quick fire questions. He's got a second to answer or he's going to pass.
Ah, of course. Yeah, because obviously if it wasn't The Chase, I'd think, oh, well, it's a game about lying, but there isn't lying involved in The Chase. So that's
No, that section of the game is just get as many answers as you can as fast as you can.
So if it's in Germany, Cologne is a city in Germany.
It is.
Which is probably relevant. It's also a thing that you wear that smells nice. Possibly also true in Germany. Like if it was something like, what do all the best people wear? And he was embarrassed because he wasn't wearing any cologne and didn't want to admit to that.
Could it be something he doesn't want to admit to, though? Like it's a fact about cologne that he could only know if it turns out that he's cheating on his spouse. And he doesn't want to admit that.
Wow.
Yes.
The spouse of Klaus.
Yeah. Oh! I wish I'd spotted that.
I thought more like teams, like it's his rival, like it's Cologne was the rival like team, and he's puts like the other, it's like the City United derby, and it's like who won the German league, and he doesn't want to have to say Cologne because he's like, oh, they're
you are.
rivals.
I mean, basically, yes. There's just an additional bit to the question. That is the answer.
Oh.
But why didn't he lose out in the end for the cherry on top?
Is it because he placed a massive bet on that happening?
Not a bet, but imagine, Soph, that what you say is exactly correct.
So I'm shocked that it was even almost
No, I mean,
correct.
you were bang on. I was so taken aback, I barely celebrated it. Congratulations, Soph, you got the right answer. But for the cherry on top, why didn't he lose out in the end? What sort of thing might... Like play that through to its conclusion.
Wait, I still don't get it. Like, why would you not give the answer if you knew it?
He hates the opposing team so much that he's not prepared to give them credit.
You're not a football fan, are you, Tom?
Spot the not sports fan here. You hate this so much that you do not want to acknowledge that Cologne won something or did something. That's the
Yes, and Soph pointed that out so kindly.
You're not a football fan, are you, Tom?
I wonder if it's like his own team then got in touch with him and offered him a big tour of the stadium and a fun day out.
Bingo, bango.
Excellent. Just for his loyalty.
Absolutely
yes,
correct.
Klaus.
Thank God we've got some proper football fans in here.
I've heard of it.
Which I will reveal that I am not, as I murder these team names. Klaus Blumel was asked the question, which club won the Bundesliga Division 2 title
obviously,
in 2018-2019? The answer to which is Cologne, or FC Cologne in German. However, Klaus is a dedicated fan of their rival club. Would anyone like an extra no point? The rival club of Cologne?
Oh, well, pick a large German city.
Is it Wolfsburg?
It's not. It's Borussia Mönchengladbach, or Gladbach. I've gone for the Welsh pronunciation of Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Is that the Gaveni FC?
No, German famously has a lot of sounds in it. It happens all the time.
Rather than say the name of his bitter enemy, he replied, "No, I'm not saying their name." Remember, this is a under pressure speed round, right? I'm not saying their name. This meant he missed out on banking €500 in that round. For his loyalty, Mönchengladbach later rewarded him with a jersey and a voucher for €500.
That's incredible.
Absolutely incredible work from Sophie and Katie there. Just a 1-2 punch of perfect answers.
Hang on, Tom.
No, I did nothing for that, other than vaguely know how the chase works. I can't take anything from that one.
Tom, this podcast wouldn't exist without you, mate. Come on.